Hello everyone, my name is Chalmers Dingo from the board of N1 Base HM1A. And what I will do now is find a place where hospitality management is in demand. Many beautiful places, but this is what I like Japan. And before I begin, don't close your eyes because we will enter and get to know the city of Japan. The tourist industry in Japan encompasses a wide range of sectors and businesses, including the dining and hotel industry, transportation, travel agency, as well as part of the leisuring industry. As such, the tourist industry is important to the leisure sector and Japanese economy in general. Tourists also play an important role as bridge that allows intercultural exchange. The tourist industry is thought to have high growth potential and seen as possible driver of the Japanese economy. Verbal communication. Indirect. They may be ambiguous when answering a question as a way of maintaining harmony, prevent the loss of pace, or out of politeness, such as body language, posture, expression, and tone of voice. Disagreements that must be discussed are usually done in private and at a later time. Refusals. As indirect communicators, Japanese people often avoid indirect refusal or negative responses. When refusing, they will show hesitate before replying with ambiguous response. Silence. This means that many Japanese tend to remain silent during conversation until there is opening to speak. Sometimes silence is intentional to allow people time to think about discussion. Interjection. Interjection or aisuchi are very important in Japanese communication. They are not understood as an interruption, but rather indicate to the speaker that in their counterpart is actively listening. Aisuchi are particularly important in situations where people cannot see nonverbal cues such as speaking in the phone. Compliments. Humbleness is a common value in Japanese culture. As a result, there's a general tendency for people to politely deflect compliments. Nonverbal communication. Physical contact. Physical contact is preferred close friends or people in the same gender may stand or sit close to one another. Public display of physical affection among opposite gender is uncommon. Personal space. Attitudes towards space are influenced by distinction between public and private spaces. For instance, bodies pressed together without common and covered public spaces, such as a busy mall or public transportation. Eye contact. Eye contact is an important aspect of nonverbal communication in Japan. Indirect eye contact is the norm, as direct eye contact may be interpreted as intimidating usually. People will look at another part of some face, such as their chin. Bowing. Bowing is common use as a gesture to mark certain emotion, such as showing gratitude, remorse, or reverence in Japan. Beckoning. Beckoning in Japan, people usually beckon by facing palm and hand up the ground and waving their fingers toward their body. Gesturing. There are a number of other common gestures that may be used while speaking. For instance, a common gesture used when someone is embarrassed is to raise one hand and place behind the back of the head. Pointing. Pointing with a finger is considered rude. Instead, people in Japan hold up their hand and gently gesture toward the person, location, or object. Counting. Similarly, a closed fist represents the number 5. However, the opposite style counting where the number of fingers held up reflects the number symbolized is becoming more common. Expressing emotion. Displaying intense emotion is usually avoided in Japan communication. This is especially in the case formal situation, such as in the workplace or school. Nodding. It is common for people to nod during conversation to indicate they are listening or as a sign of acknowledgement. Feet. It is considered rude for someone to display the sole of their feet, use their feet to move something, point their feet toward someone, or put their feet on the furniture. And now we leave the quote about communication by Nitin Noria. Communication is the real work of leadership.